ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gaming Grounds. This is your host, Axon Jack. And man, I didn't even know Apple was doing an event today, but I found out that Apple had an event today, and then I ended up watching it and seeing that Apple introduced an Apple Arcade subscription service, along with a bunch of other stuff, but mainly an Apple Arcade subscription service. So the first thing that comes to my mind is Stadia. Automatically is Stadia. But then as I'm watching it and I'm looking at the announcement and I'm looking at what they're trying to do and what they're trying to provide, I see that Apple not only kept it in their ecosystem, so it'll be iPhone, iPad, MacBook, it's going to be in the Apple ecosystem. But then they turn around and they let you know off rip, it's going to be a subscription service. We're going to have, 100 plus exclusive games, which, I don't really buy into the fancy words of exclusive. I'm pretty sure Apple's PR team did the research to know exactly what to say, what keywords to plug in to try to drag in the conventional gamer. But at the same time, I respect that they did show off some mobile games that did look like exclusives. So a few of the games that they did show off was Where Cards Fall, The Pathless, Lego Brawls, Hot Lava, Oceanhorn 2, and Beyond Steel Sky. Now, they didn't show these games in detail, but they did give us a glimpse at some of these games with the titles, as well as going into the Apple website. You can also see this information as well. Now, the only game that really stood out to me, and I'm not saying from a perspective of how good it looked or something that I may want to play, it was a game that I already was familiar with, and that was Oceanhorn 2. Oceanhorn 2 is set to come out here pretty soon, but then we all know that Oceanhorn is also on the Nintendo Switch for those of us that, game on the Switch. I haven't checked to see if it is on PlayStation 4 or Xbox, but if it is there, I'll definitely double check to see. But it's interesting that they brought something to the table, and this is something that a lot of people had issues and gripes with when it came to Google. Google came with the fluff. They definitely could have presented what they gave a lot better. And yeah, it was GDC, but at the same time, if you're going to come with something this big, and like I said in my previous video, on a clean slate with no competition, this was the time. And Apple just proved my point. Apple showed up with Apple Arcade. Yeah, it's not a streaming service, but yet it also gets people's attention. And for me, it trumps exactly what Google did. Google got trumped by Apple for me with this, because I don't know anything about that streaming service. So if they give me more information and it's better than what Apple's providing, okay, I'm fine with that. But like I said, I don't care for streaming, but at the same time, Apple came with information. And that's what I want, and I'm pretty sure that's what everybody wants as well. So to continue on with what Apple presented, they've said that it was a subscription service for mobile games. They're staying in their lane. They're not trying to come into the console space. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo have that sewn up. Now, I'm not against anyone else trying to come into the console space, but come with ideas, come with something new, and don't just be another box with graphics and trying to pitch me on first-person shooters, MOBAs, or, the cinematic games. Don't try to pitch me on that. Come with something new. Come with something, that's outside the box, kind of like what Nintendo does. A lot of people give Nintendo gripe, but at the same time, they're going to come with a different experience every time you see them present themselves. But to continue going on with the Apple Arcade, like I said, they announced exclusives. They also announced with the subscription service, when you do get it, there's a little section within the Apple Store that specifically states arcade. It has its own little section, so it won't get mixed in with some of the other games that you see on the App Store. But also, with the subscription, you can have up to 6 family members under that one subscription service. I don't know how much that subscription service is going to cost. I wouldn't imagine it would be that much, because this is a subscription service for mobile games. But the fact that they're saying 6 people can be a part of that one service, for those that just casually game and just like their little games here and there to just pick up and just keep it moving. This is perfect. This is perfect, especially when you got the whole Apple crowd. You can't beat it. You really can't beat it. And you can't go wrong with saying, hey, look, my whole family has Apple devices. So if you want to play these games, you can. If you want to play these games, you can. Oh, okay, I got my phone on me. Go use my iPad. Okay, somebody else is using the iPad. Okay, go and get the MacBook or go on the iMac, or from what it seems, might be another iPod showing up pretty soon. So imagine having an iPod, downloading these games, or however they see, however they plan on making it available offline, and your kids be able to play that. That, to me, that would be awesome. That'd be another way if your kids are not into a Nintendo Switch or not into a PlayStation or not into an Xbox, but they love mobile games. This would be awesome. And I'm telling you, this would be awesome. Now, like I said, it plays across all Apple devices. They've taken away all ads and also in-app purchases. That is awesome. It gets on my nerves whenever I see that I enjoy a game on my phone and then there's just constant ads just thrown at me. And I know the same thing goes for my kids. They're playing a game and the next thing you know, they're like 3 or 4 screens deep into whatever popped up on the screen, and now they don't know how to get back to the game that they were playing. But definitely, this was interesting. I want to hear more. I'm not loyal to Google or Apple. If the phone is great, I'll go to that phone. If you can give me a great service with your OS, I'll rock with that service. Now, my house is pretty much decked out in Android at the moment, but I'm not opposed to having a split household. But yes, this was something that was very interesting. I'm going to go back and watch again to see if I missed anything, but I just wanted to get this news to you guys pretty quick and just kind of give you guys my thoughts on what Apple presented, and also where I feel like I'm excited for where they can go with this. Mobile games, for those that don't want to really get too heavy into games and have a subscription service for it with no ads, no in-app purchases, and just play it as is. Can you imagine if Nintendo did something like that and then dropped Super Mario Run? People freaked out over $10, but yet spend $1,000 on in-app purchases. So imagine if I give you a subscription service and you have all that for free. Man, I gotta tell you, Apple, people may not like them, but sometimes they hit the nail on the head, and I see this being a success, and I'm definitely going to buy into it. But once again, this has been your boy Action Jack. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please, please, please share all videos. Please share the content if you like it. If you don't waste your time sharing it. Just go about your day. Please don't leave nothing nasty at the bottom. But either way, I enjoy you for watching. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy you for sharing the content, commenting, and just being a part of the new movement of what is Gaming Grounds. This is your boy, Action Jack. Peace.